Hello, my name is Daniel, and this is going to be another tutorial. And in this one, we're basically going to be doing custom widgets and then creating a screen, the about screen. Alright, so let's just get started. So go to the top of your file and then just make some space. And what we're going to do is create a new widget, and we're going to call it wrapped label. So wrapped label, and it's going to inherit from the label object. So this is the label is already defined. We've already been using it, like right here. You see right there, it's already been defined. Oops, there you go. Alright, so what we're gonna do next is set the size hint. So size hint y, and that's going to be none. So this is saying, hey, I don't want you to automatically allocate the space that this label is going to take. So how much height it's going to take, I'll tell you. I am going to tell you, and that's what we're going to do right now. So what we're going to do is set the height. Hopefully I spelled it right this time. And then what we're going to do is self.texture size, the y size only, plus self.texture size, again y, but divided by half. Oops. And yeah, so I want to divide first and then add. So this is saying, okay, I want you to only be as tall, this part right here saying, I want you to only be as tall as the text is necessary. So for example, if the text is 10 inches, then I want you to be exactly 10. But then this side over here says, I want you to be 10 plus whatever that was plus half, so times 1.5. So for example, if it's 10, then it's going to actually take up 15. If it's 20, then it's going to take up 30. So that's basically what I'm saying, just to give it a little padding or something. Alright, and then next, no, we're not going to do fonts for now. We're going to do markup. So markup is basically the same as as this over here. Basically you can make stuff bold like we've already been doing here. So yeah, that's what markup is. And then yeah, so right here we already defined a custom layout. So how we can start using it is just by inheriting from this thing called wrap layout. So we can do that already. So one way we can do that is by just get rid of the label. So let me center it, get rid of the label over here and pressing wrap label. So now this is a wrap label, and because it's a wrap label and it's inherited, we no longer need this, the markup true, because we already defined it in the wrap label class. But what we are going to do is add some more attributes to it. So for example, the font size. Let's say we want to choose between the minimum of a root.height and root.width divided by 10. So whichever is the smallest, for example, if you have a tablet, then it's probably going to be the height that's going to be smaller, because obviously tablets are fatter, so the height is going to be smaller. So let's say the height is 50, that's actually the font size is going to be 5, and vice versa. You guys get it. Alright, cool. And that's basically it for the wrap layout. Sweet. So now let's go all the way down to our file. So, well, that was pretty easy. All the way down. And now we're going to create our about screen. So, as usual, let's just name it about screen because we're creative. And it's going to inherit the screen. Yep, there you go. It's going to inherit from screen. So screen is already defined in Kivy. That's what we've been using. And then, I keep forgetting about that. And then as always, it can only have one widget, so the way we have it have multiple widgets is by having a box layout or any type of container layout that holds other widgets. So yeah, good stuff. So we're going to use a box layout because that's the easiest, at least for me it is. And then we're going to add padding, and as always, I always do this. I don't know, I just really like doing this. And let me do pi smart operator because I get tired of putting spaces. So root.height times 0.02. So here's some pretty cool things. Just You just notice how when I put a comma, it automatically puts spaces for me. Look at that, beautiful. Man, Emacs does so many things. That's not even a highlight, man. That's just leftovers. Alright, anyways, we're gonna create another label. Not a wrap label, but just another one. And we're gonna have not test. Nobody likes tests. And right here we're going to get the text, and where we're getting the text is actually from the root widget over here from the main file, but we're gonna do that right now. So let's still keep on working right here, and we're gonna do app.getText. So we're gonna call the main.py file and get the text right there from the root, from the app widget. Okay. So some other things we're gonna do. We're actually gonna align this text towards the center. Center. There you go. And we're gonna say that we want markup. So we're gonna say true. Also, the font size. Let's see. What should we do? Root the height and divided by 20. Yeah, sure. Why not? So if the height is 100, we divide that by 20, that's 5. So the root font size is going to be 5. So depending on the screen size, this will vary. So that's one beautiful thing. You don't have to worry about doing too many calculations. So next up is the text size. I'm not sure if I've gone over this one, so I'm just gonna go over it briefly. So let me just put the stuff real quick. Width and then none. Alright, so this line is saying, hey, I want the text to be wrapped at its width, but I don't want it to be wrapped at the none. So we can get y keep getting bigger and bigger, but let's just keep the width at a certain constraint. So yeah, that's basically it. It wraps it at width and it doesn't wrap y. That's pretty simple. So that's what it does to the text. Now for the center y as well, because we have to do this on ref press. So app.on ref press, and I'll explain what this is. Oops, no, that's not what I wanted. Alright, so onRefPress is a special function. You can only use this one if you have references within the label. I mean, not within the label, within the text that you're having. So you need to have markup for this. Markup set to true, and that's why we set it to true over there. And now references are basically links within the text. So when the user presses on that word, it's gonna open up a link, the browser, and take you wherever. So that's one thing. And the args is stuff that's gonna pass in. You're gonna see it right now. Alright, cool. Oh crap, I'm wasting a lot of time. Alright, maybe I should just stop right here and continue on the next one. Yeah, alright, sweet.